Students, as we have come to know that there are three important lines for understanding or locating place on a globe. These are North Pole, South Pole and the equator. So with the help of these three lines, we can locate a place whether the place is in the north direction or in the south direction. But the places, whether it is in the west side of the north or south, or whether it is the east direction. So for understanding this east and west, we need another lines. These lines are called meridians, and these lines are from north to south. These are called meridians. That means for understanding the direction, whether the place is in the east side or in the west direction. So now we have come to know that yes, north side is this, south side is this, east side and west side. So we can easily locate with the help of this equator and this meridians, and latitudes also we have discussed. So there also parallels are there. Here these are the parallels of the equator. So there are 180 parallels are there, and here the meridians, there are 180 meridians in the east side, and in the west side same 180 meridians are there. That means total 360 meridians are there in the globe. And the Greenwich, that means in 1984 some countries mutually agreed to fix Greenwich time. So Greenwich is a place just east of the London in United Kingdom. So some countries have decided that Greenwich will be the prime meridian, that means the main meridian. Suppose this is the main meridian, it is called prime meridian. So suppose it is Greenwich, and it is the 0 degree, and here it is the 0 degree. That means it is the starting point of all the places to locate. That means the starting point of anything, otherwise from where to start. That is why this 0 degree is very important, and this is the 0 degree, that means from the equator and from the meridian, prime meridian, we have to count. So here total 360 meridians are there, and one meridian is called as 1 degree, and in 1 degree there are 111 kilometer. That means on earth 1 degree means 111 kilometer, and each meridian, the distance of each meridian is equal. That means 111 kilometer, 1 degree, 1 degree. So like that 360 meridians are there. Now the distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian is measured at an as an mm, yes, as an angle. That means we have to see the angle first. That day also we have discussed that the angle from the 0 degree, if the place is here, that means from there we have to make an angle, and from here what the angle is, whether it is 45 degree, 60 degree, 50 degree, 55 degree. So we have to see like that. Now the longitude of a place is always expressed in degrees. So the longitude is always expressed in degrees only. How much degrees are there? The prime meridian as the starting meridian, that means it is the starting meridian, and from the equator 0 degree we have got, and there also prime meridian is there, from there also 0 degree it will start. So there are total 360 degrees are there. That means 360 meridians are there. The meridians or the lines of longitude have the following characteristics. That means what are the characteristics? If we know, then we can easily locate a place on the globe. The length of all the meridians is the same as I told you, and the two opposite meridians. So suppose here one meridian is there, so opposite of that side another meridian is there. That means if we join these two meridians, suppose this side one meridian is there and that side one more meridian is there, that means it makes a great circle. So when we join the two meridians, it becomes a great circle. So all are starting point, all the meridians from the north pole, and it joins at the south pole, and backside also it goes again, and again it comes here, that means to the north pole. So it makes a circle, half circle both the sides. And east of the prime meridian, it is called 180 degree east. That means from 0 degree prime meridian to this much it is 180 degree, and another west side it is 180 degree west and 180 degree east. So if we count together, it is 360 degree. Now how to locate a place on the globe? Now we have got this parallels, that means latitudes and longitudes. So now how to locate? So the network of parallels and meridians on the surface of the globe is known as Earth's grid, that we discussed earlier, that these are the grids, parallels and meridians, these are called the grids. So we can locate any place on the surface of the earth with the help of this grid. Now these grids will help us to locate a place on the earth, seeing the globe. To find the exact location of a place on earth, we should know its position in the north-south direction, that means latitude, and in the east-west direction it is longitude. So that means this side if we go, east side or west side if we go, it is called longitude, and if we go north side or south side, it is called latitudes. So these are the two main lines or grids which help us to locate a place. Now if you see in your book page number 96, so one example is given on a globe. One place is there, it is called P. So P is in which direction and how much degree it is. You can see here from the 0 degree, from the book it is, you follow the book. The starting is from 0 degree, that means from here it has started, and it is the point P is, you see, if we go to the west side, it is 1 2 3 4 4, that means 4 meridians are there here. 1 2 3 4, 4 meridians are there, and the distance of from 0 degree, the distance of this 4 meridian, 1 2 3 4 meridian, 1, it is 15 degree. So 15, 30, 45, 60. So it is 60 degree west. So that means if we go west side, it is 60 degree, and where the P is, it is 50 degree north. 50 degree north means here 5 lines will be there, and the distance of one parallel is 10 degree. 10, 20, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 degree. Here the point P. So now P is 60 degree west, and in the north side it is 50 degree. So we can say it P is 50 degree and 60 degree west. That means the location of P is 50 degree north and 60 degree west. Now longitude and time, when we will discuss this, we will come to know that why here 50 degrees are there and why it is 10 degrees. The distance of one parallel, and the distance of one meridian is 15 degree. So let us continue. Longitude and time. So here we will easily understand that why 15 degrees and 10 degrees we have counted. Now you see, our global time system is oriented to the sun. That means if the sun is not there, time is not there. So that is why everything what we do depending on sun's position. Now you see, the relation between the sun and the earth is considered as the best timekeeper in the world. So in the earlier days we have many things come to know that yes, earlier time was not there, clock was not there. So how people come to know about the midday, evening, morning? So seeing the sun only. That means when the sun rises, it is morning. When it is on over our head, it is midday, and when the sun is setting down, that means it is evening time. So this way earlier people used to they used to use the time. But after that clock has invented, so we can easily understand that yes, seeing the time only, yes, it is 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, like that. So every day we notice that the sun rises in the east and moves across the sky from east to west. Now the movement of our earth is from west to east. That means from this side it starts and it goes this side. So this way it rotates, our earth rotates from west to east. The apparent movement of sun across the sky is due to the rotation of the earth. We say that yes, the sun is moving, but it is not actual thing, because we are moving, the earth is moving. That is why the day and night happens. The earth rotates from west to east and completes a full circle. That means when from the starting point, when it moves and comes to again that starting point, it is called one rotation. And it has to cross 360 degrees. That means from the 0 point, that means from the prime meridian 180 degrees it has to move, and again it has to come again from 0 to 0. It takes 180 degree east and 180 degree west. So total 360 degree it has to move. That is why it completes one rotation, the earth, and it takes 24 hours. That we know, 12 hours day and 12 hours night. So it takes 24 hours to complete this 360 degrees. Now we can say that the earth rotates through 15 degrees of longitude in 1 hour. So that means from one longitude to another longitude it takes 15 degrees. That means in 1 hour 15 degrees. Now if we divide 360 divided by 24, it will be 15. That means 15 degrees it moves in 1 hour, and in 24 hours it completes the earth completes one rotation, and there are 360 total meridians are there. That means in one meridian, the distance of one meridian in 1 hour it goes 15 degree. So that is why we have taken here 15 degrees from one meridian to another meridian. We have taken 15 degrees. Now, so in 1 degree there are 4 minutes. That means 180 degrees are there, and in 1 degree this side, east side 180 and west side 180 degrees, and this total 360 degrees means in 1 degree the earth takes 4 minutes to move from 1 degree. From 1 degree to another degree it takes 4 minutes. Now there is a relationship between longitude of a place and time at that place. Now the longitude and time, this is very important to locate a place. That means there is a direct relationship. As the earth rotates, every meridian on earth faces the sun once a day. That means when it rotates, every meridian, suppose the sun is here. So when the earth rotates, every meridian comes in front of the sun. Yes or no? Yes, every meridian comes. That means 360 meridians come in front of the sun once a day. That means it is uh, the heat which we get. It is the highest heat of the day. That means it is 12 noon. That means the midday. And midday stands for meridian. That means why we call it meridian? Because every meridian comes at least once a day where it is direct opposite of the sun. That means the direct heat it gets. So the meridian stands for midday. So the prime meridian at Greenwich, that means the 0 degree, what we say here, Greenwich time, that is the prime meridian, and all places along the prime meridian will have midday or noon time. That means every meridian, whether it is east side of that prime meridian or west side, they have to come in front of the sun once a day. As the earth rotates from west to east, so from this side the earth starts rotating and each side it goes. So this way it completes one rotation. The places which are situated towards the east of prime meridian will have sunrise earlier. Now this is, suppose this is the prime meridian, and these are the meridians which are ahead of this prime meridian. That means these meridians will come first in front of the sun. So there will be, their time will be ahead of the Greenwich time. That means the prime meridian. So if they are 12 o'clock, so it will be 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like that. That means they will be ahead of that prime meridian. And the places which are behind that prime meridian, they will be behind of the prime meridian time. That means suppose it is 12 o'clock, so there will be 11 o'clock, then 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like that. They will be behind of the prime meridian, and which are the east of the prime meridian, they will be ahead of the that Greenwich time. So that is why there is a direct relation between between meridians and time. So some places here, example it is given in your book. Tokyo experienced sunrise before London. So before London, Tokyo experienced sunrise. Why? Because Tokyo is east of the London. That is why Tokyo comes first in front of the sun, and they get the sunrise first. After that, London comes. So this way, if it is behind the prime meridian, they will come afterwards, and if they are ahead of the prime meridian, they will come first in front of the sun. That is why their mornings, suppose America, London, and many other countries are there. So when our night time, they are daytime, because of this rotation and the position of the sun which they get. So let us understand the above concept using an example. When the sun is at the highest point in the sky in London, it is noon time. So it is the London time, that is the Greenwich time. So when it comes here, that means there it is 12 noon. That means they are directly opposite of the sun. And Tokyo, which is towards the east of London, and Tokyo is the east of London, that is why they have come first, and their morning was faster than London. The time difference between any two places is due to the difference of longitude of those two places. So suppose you see Kolkata. Kolkata is located at 90 degree east longitude. So Kolkata is located at 90 degree east. That means if we count from here 90 degree, that means 1 degree in 1 hour 15 degree if we take. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 meridians ahead of that Greenwich or prime meridian. So Kolkata is 6 hours ahead of the prime meridian, because it is 6 hours before, ahead of that prime meridian. So that is why if we count the 360 degrees and 24 hours the rotation, so we find that to complete 15 degree it takes 1 hour. So if we count 90 degrees ahead, 90 degrees ahead of the prime meridian, and 15 degrees, that means in 1 hour 15 degrees it takes. So that means 6 hours ahead of the prime meridian. So this way we can calculate the longitude and time. So I think now you were clear about the meridians, why meridians are used. Now we will proceed to local time. So local time, to understand the local time of a place, one example is given in your book. So local time is determined according to the longitude of a place. That means we have to see the longitude first, and depending on the longitude we can find out the local time of a place. All places on the same meridian, so suppose this 0-degree meridian or the prime meridian, all the places from north to south pole on this meridian, how many places are there? They will have the same local time. So every meridian which are there, that means 180 meridians are there. Every meridian come across the sun once a day, and they have the same local time. That means the longitude only determines the local time of a place. In your book one example is given. That means two places are there, A and B. These are the two places, and they are located at 60-degree east. That means in the east side from prime meridian, 60-degree east and 60-degree west. That means ahead of the prime meridian. 60 degrees east means ahead of prime meridian. So this way it will go, and 60 degrees west means from the prime meridian, this way 60 degrees. Now how to locate the place or the time of that place, the local time. Now let us see. Here you see this is the 0-degree meridian. That means this is the Greenwich time, London time. And place A, it is 60-degree east. That means ahead of the Greenwich time or the prime meridian, and 60 degrees west, B, place B, that means it is behind of Greenwich time. Now let us see the difference of longitude between A and the prime meridian is 60 degrees. Now the difference of these two places is 60 degrees. Therefore the difference of time between A and the prime meridian is 60 into 4. Why 60 into 4? Earlier we discussed that when the earth rotates, so it takes 4 minutes to pass from one meridian to another meridian. That means 1 degree. So 1 degree, if the earth rotates, it takes 1 degree 4 minutes. So that is why here 60 degrees are there. So in 1 degree we find 4 minutes. So if we multiply 60 into 4, that means it is 240 minutes. Now 240 minutes, if we divide it by 60, that means it will be 4 hours. That means here it is 4 hours. That means 60 degrees east means it is 4 hours ahead of the Greenwich time. So now if the Greenwich time, that means if the prime meridian is at a 0 degree, that means when it comes before the sun, if it is 12 o'clock, then this place A will be ahead of this 12. That means it is 4 o'clock. 4 hours ahead. That means it is 4 o'clock. Now if we see B, it is 60 degree west. That means behind of the Greenwich time. So same way if we calculate, that means here also we are getting 4 hours. That means if the Greenwich times comes in front of the sun, so after 4 hours this place B will come. That means here also 4 hours difference and here also 4 hour difference. Now what is the difference of time between this A and B? So if we calculate from here to here, so it is 4 hours, and here also we have got 4 hours. That means the difference of place A and B will be 8 hours. That means 8 hours ahead this place here will come in front of the sun, and after 8 hours this place B will come in front of the sun. So this way we can understand the local time of a place. So let us conclude here today. So, next we will discuss standard time, then time zones, and after that we can finish our chapter. So for today we will conclude here now. Thank you.